Kelly Oberly with Access Human Potential. And today I want to talk about building trust in high-performing teams. Trust is foundational to being effective as a teammate and also to be effective as a high-performing team. It is something that takes time to build and it is very easy to break. So you have to continuously work on it. Today I'm going to just go through a few tips around building trust. This is something that we spend a lot of time in our high performance team workshops, and I thought I'd give you some of the tips that we've found. So first is to practice the golden rule. And the golden rule is really to treat others how you would want to be treated. The second is to exude integrity. And exuding integrity is really the idea of being honest, sincere, consistent, and credible. That is super important to get people on the same page. In addition, being able to walk the talk, and what I mean by that is set an example of how you want others to be. And so if you want people to be able to admit when they're struggling or feel comfortable asking questions, it's important that you also do that. We really spend a lot of time talking about vulnerability. And in this case, vulnerability is the ability to say, hey, I want to run something by you. I'm not sure if I have this right. That's a great form of vulnerability. And so when we say walk the talk, that means set that example. Another is humility. And humility is really critical in building trust. I always kind of reference the C.S. Lewis quote that says, not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. And so being really other-centered is really a great way to build trust in high-performing teams. Listening and communicating and really being attentive and understand before you respond is also very critical for building trust. We spend a lot of time in our workshops around effective listening and being able to communicate as both someone who is the communicator and the person who is listening. And that is a wonderful tool to building trust. And finally, if you can encourage the best, and what I mean by that is look for and encourage the best behaviors that teammates have, as opposed to always pointing out what they're doing wrong. It's important to be able to correct things or to be able to get to best practices, but it is also super important to realize what you're doing well and be able to acknowledge that. So again, building trust is foundational for high-performing teams.